Hey everybody, welcome back to the live stream. This is a special Throwback Thursday today because we have a super high-end box to open up. I've been sitting on this box, not literally, but I've been holding it for 2 years now. It's a box of 1993 SP. The most valuable card, of course, you're probably familiar with it. It is the Derek Jeter rookie card. And let me just get my camera all set up here. It seems a little bit off center, which might annoy some folks. All right, so let's show you the box. There are 24 packs in a box of SP, and there's 12 cards per pack. So I don't know what our chances are of finding the Jeter. Maybe it's 50-50. Maybe actually probably a little bit better than that. I do hope that we find one. There are 290 cards in the set of SP, and the way this set is laid out is actually really kind of cool how they set this set up. For those of you that like to put sets in binders, this set was originally kind of like set up just for folks that put their cards in binders. The first 9 cards are the American League All-Star team. The next 9 cards are the National League All-Star team from 1993, and then after that they go by team. Like each team gets 9 cards, and just perfect to fit in a binder. I almost want to get this whole set and put it in a binder just for the heck of it. This is the best set from 1993. Now let's talk a little bit about that Derek Jeter card. That's the one everybody wants to see found. According to PSA's website, this is psacard.com. I am on their page right now. The most valuable card, obviously, is the Derek Jeter. A PSA 8 is worth, according to the website, about $800. A PSA 8. On eBay, they go for about $800 to $1,000 for PSA 8. A PSA 9 Derek Jeter, well, we jump up quite a bit here. PSA's got it for $11,000 for a PSA 9. And I checked on eBay, and PSA 9s are going for anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000, and eBay recently sold. And the big one, the one that we're after, and man, if we can find this one, it might change someone's life if they can get a PSA 10. A PSA 10 is valued on PSA's website at $460,000. And let me tell you this, the most recent sale, according to PSA's website, was this year, 2021, a PSA 10 Jeter sold for $492,000. So that's why this set or this box has been kind of on a roller coaster ride. Before the pandemic, it was about a $4,000 to $5,000 box. And throughout the pandemic, especially right after that Jeter sold for $492,000, these boxes went through the roof. People were buying these boxes on eBay for roughly $17,000 to $20,000. I remember thinking, wow, I can't believe that I've got a 93 SP box sitting in there and it's worth more than a jumbo box of 2011 Topps Update. I was like, this is going to be the most expensive box I ever open. And now, sure enough, the pandemic is, coming to an end, hopefully, and all the prices are kind of going back down. And now you can get a box of these for right around $5,000 to $6,000 after fees and tax and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what we can find. We do have some Patreon members that have bought into this break. The cost was $220-some per pack, and they will get the entire pack. There's no, like, you get one card or whatever. It's not by the card. It's by the pack. So good luck to all you guys. If you guys would like to check us out on Patreon, there's a link at the top of the live chat. It is $4.99 per month to have access to all of our breaks. And also get you access to some of the videos there. I'm working on a new series called Garage Adventures, where I go through my garage and kind of go through all the cards out there, literally box by box. My entire garage is filled with cards, and I want to kind of process them, take out some cards. I've been picking out the Hall of Famers and top rookies and stuff like that. And the commons I'm just going to dump for anybody that wants them for, just like literally like a dollar per thousand or something like that. All right, so this is sold out. Hobby Hound is here. Thanks for being here tonight, man. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I do have the one touches ready We got one touches ready to go. I have, looks like 3 of them. We'll see if we need them. I hope that we need at least one of them. Now, the Jeter is extremely condition sensitive. All of those Premier Prospect cards are, because they are printed on foil. So we have to make sure that we take very, very good care of that. I'll probably actually, if we do find the Jeter, I will toss it into one touch and also throw a penny sleeve on top of it, because that foil is very, very sensitive. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. Now let's go ahead and do it. The break is ready to roll. 290 cards in the set. I don't think that I've ever even opened a pack of these in my entire life, including when I was a kid in 1993. I don't remember what these went for a pack, but Jeremy's up first. Let's go ahead and see what we can find for Jeremy. We'll be very careful not to cut into the box whatsoever. Good luck, Jeremy. Hey, James, how's it going? The package I just sent you was your Kansas City Royals break. I think you had a Chris Bubich autograph in there. All right, the seal has been broken. I've been waiting to open this box for literally 2 years, and you might think, why did you wait so long? Well, I was waiting for Jeter to get into the Hall of Fame, and Jeter just got enshrined in the Hall of Fame yesterday. So I kind of had this circled on the calendar all along. I would have opened this box last year if the induction ceremony would not have been postponed, but here we go. There are the packs right there, and Jeremy has the first 2. Good luck, man. We're going to take out 2 packs for you. I am hoping and praying that these packs or the cards inside are not going to stick together. I did put a little disclaimer that if they do stick together and you don't get a Jeter, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. But if you do get a Jeter, I will go out and I will buy you a, if your Jeter has paper loss and because these are sticking together, I'll go out and I'll buy you a Jeter, PSA graded Jeter. I said PSA 8, it's like $1,000. So we're kind of sharing some of the risk here today. So good luck, everybody, in this break. Here we go, Jeremy. This was your first pack up. All right, let's take a look at the pack wrapper. It says from the Upper Deck Company. I used to really like 1993 Upper Deck a whole lot, but as you know, 93 Upper Deck, they stick together a lot, so we got to be very careful. I see Jono's in here. What's up, man? My brother's got this card, and I personally do not have the Jeter card. I need to go ahead and grab myself one of those one of these days. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I wonder what the best way to open these packs is without... It's opening just like a 1993 Upper Deck regular pack, so it's going to be a little extra slow with opening these. Here we go. This is the big moment of truth. Are they going to stick together? The answer is just a little bit. So you can see there is a little bit of stickiness on these cards. We'll do our best to separate them so there's not much paper loss. So we've got Omar Vizquel right there. We've got Ruben Sierra. There's a Sammy Sosa here as well. So this is what the cards look like. There's the Sierra. Here's the other side of the card. We've got a Travis Fryman. There's David McCarty. Sammy Sosa. Oh, man, if we do get a Jeter, please don't have any paper loss. Alan Trammell's a Hall of Famer. There's big old Frank Thomas coming up with Tom Glavine. So a bunch of Hall of Famers here. There they are. We've got Rondell White. And that, as you can see, that is the foil card. So it's going to be, I think, the third to the end of each pack. Rondell White is the first one. That's what we're looking for the Derek Jeter. Dave Fleming, and we also have Paul O'Neill as well. So no Jeter in pack number 1. Next pack up, pack number 2. Yeah, they're not bad. There's a tiny little bit of stickiness, so some of the cards have just a little bit. And like I said, if you do get a Jeter and it does have any kind of paper loss on it, I'll buy you a PSA 8 Jeter for like $1,000. That was the disclaimer for anybody that wanted to try this one. So Jeremy, here we go. Second pack. How much was the spot there? About $220 a pack. Eddie Murray's the first card. And you guys will learn that the bottom card is going to be the big one. So I'm going to get the bottom two off because they just kind of fell off there. Mike Messina, that's in great shape. He's a Hall of Famer. We've got Darryl Hamilton. That card's also in pretty good shape. And here it is. Is this going to be the Jeter? Let's check out the foil card. It came right off. There it is. So that's actually good. The bottom three cards from this pack just came off so easily. Now, the couple cards on top are sticking just a little bit. So Dmitri Young, a.k.a. Demet Hook, was not too shabby of a player. And he had an even better baseball card collection. Man, Dmitri Young was like the PSA 10 guy. He used to buy PSA 10s like crazy, and he had to, back then his collection was worth I think like $1 or $2 million. If he would have saved all of those cards, his collection probably would have been worth 20 times that, if not more. There's Cal Ripken. That's a great card. Another big hurt for you. Robbie Thompson with Brett Butler there. We've got Greg Vaughn. Nice how they kind of put these upside down in every which way. So we're 0 for 2 for the Jeter. The third to last card is going to be your shot in every pack. So Jeremy, you did not pull a Jeter, unfortunately. You did have a nice Dmitri Young, though. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Now we're moving on to our next contestant. It's going to be for Jack Holland. Good luck, Jack. We'll just do it the same way. Third pack down. 24 packs in here. Let's see what we can find for you, Jack. Michael Coleman's coming up next. And if there's anyone that's going to find it, Michael Coleman's going to have the best chance for sure. We've got Carlos Baerga, and let's do the back and see if we can find the Jeter. We'll just do it right away because that back card's going to come right off. These bottom cards don't stick whatsoever. There's Charlie Hayes and Wade Boggs. So now here's the moment of truth for Jack. Do you have the Jeter? That doesn't look like Jeter to me. It is going to be Chad Mottola is your card. There's one of these in every pack, and that is what the Jeter is going to be on. It's going to be a premier prospect card. So unfortunately for Jack, no Jeter in pack number 3. There's Rick Aguilera. There's Ricky Henderson, one of the all-time greats with his stolen base there. Ivan Rodriguez is a Hall of Famer. John Kruk, who was an all-star starter in the 1993 All-Star Game. Earl Hershiser had a great career. We've got Ryan Sandberg, who is, of course, a Hall of Famer. Tons of Hall of Famers in this 290 card set. We've got Kevin Mitchell, and there's Sluggo, a.k.a. Don Slott. So, Jack, thank you very much. Gave it a shot, but no Jeter there either. Cool Lot says, how do you buy into a box? If you would like to buy into a box, you have to be a Patreon member to buy a pack. If you'd like to be a Patreon member, it is $4.99 a month, and that gives you access to all of our breaks. The next break that's filling right now is the Saturday Showdown, and that is going to be for a case and then some of Pro Debut. Douglas Denhart with the Super Chat says, good luck, everyone. I hope someone pulls the Jeter. Douglas, thank you very much. I cannot wait to see all of our amateur graders come out for this one. Whenever we do pull a huge card like that, it's worth just tons and tons of money. Everybody likes to give it a grade. And you know what? I'm going to get the One Touch ready to go. Just, I wanted to literally drop it right in there. Not literally drop it, but I want to get it right in there right away when it does happen. So we've got the One Touch right there, all set and ready to go for Michael Coleman. Michael has 5 packs. He's got a great shot here. Good luck, Michael. Here's pack number 1, pack number 2, pack number 3, pack number 4, and pack number 5. So 5 packs here. Let's go, Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double checking everything here. The One Touch will scratch the foil, says Eric. I am going to put a penny sleeve on top to make sure that that does not happen. So we've got John Olerud on the top. Let's go right to it. The back cards, I guess I'll set them down because it didn't really come apart like the last pack did. We've got a John Olerud right there, leading things off. Then there's JT Snow, Kaylin says, is Dusty in the building? The man, the myth, the legend. I'm not sure if Dusty's watching right now, but Dusty definitely has a nice little following around the breaks. There's Ruben Sierra. Just sent all of Dusty's cards off the other day, so Dusty, you should be getting those in the mail soon. There's Ozzie Smith. We've got Sandy Alomar Jr. and Billy Swift is the last one there. Now let's get into where the Jeter would fall. We've got Craig Biggio. We've got Terry Mulholland, who I believe was the starter in the All-Star game in '93. John Jaha, and here it comes. Is it going to be the Jeter? It's coming up after this Craig Paquette, I would imagine. And it's not in there at all. What the heck? So for some reason, Michael, they didn't give you a foil card. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's some kind of weird little thing there. So kind of, I guess, a factory miswrap there. I'm really, really hoping now that your next pack has another foil, because that stinks. And looks like that one, this pack also has one of these little guys in here. Douglas, I'm working through them. I think last night I got 40 packages sent out, but I have like a couple thousand per month that I do, so I can only do so many. I will get to this just as soon as I can. We've got Mike Piazza, and we've also got Cal Ripken Jr. for like the third time already. Why can't we get 3 Griffies already? There's Matt Williams, Tommy Green, Andre Dawson in front of the Green Monster. There's Doc Gooden swinging the bat. Chuck Knobloch and Devon White. Here it comes. That's not a bad one right there. It's going to be Manny Ramirez. Now, Manny Ramirez rookie card is not 1993, but still, that's a pretty cool card right there. That's honestly, that's one of the better foil cards you can find. Not technically a rookie card, but as you know, this people love Manny being Manny. I'm not sure if this would get a PSA 10 or not. It does look pretty darn good corners up there. That corner looks kind of tough to tell with the foil. And the last one corner down there, I don't know, maybe if you're lucky, maybe a 9. Very nice one right there. We'll get that one top loaded up for Michael. Very, very nice. And the last one is Howard Johnson. So, Michael, congratulations on the Manny Ramirez. Also would like to find the Johnny Damon in here. That wouldn't be too bad. All right, so here's the next pack up for Michael. Dan said he'd give that Manny an 8.5. Rick Wilkins is our first card. And I think I see the foil, so let's go ahead and show you. It's Eduardo Perez is going to be the foil. Now, Eduardo Perez had a nice career. He's the son of Hall of Famer Tony Perez. And Eduardo Perez is also a fixture on the leadoff spot. A great program that I listen to every day on the way to work. Usually I get like 5 minutes of it because I'm almost at work by then. But Let's Turn 2 says, how about a trivia tonight? By the way, I'm 25 from 100. Thank you very much, Let's Turn 2. I don't think I'm going to do any trivia tonight because I'm just so focused, laser focused on the Jeter hunt that I don't want to add unnecessary drama because I'm already nervous enough about this Jeter. I really want to find one. I hope we find one. I don't want to not find it. If we don't find it, we'll eventually do 93 again. I'll keep doing it until I find it. Ripping for Ripken says Steve Phillips and Eduardo Perez dynamic deal. Yeah, Steve Phillips he's former general manager for the Mets. Funny dude. Definitely kind of passes himself off as a bozo, but yeah, he knows baseball. Next, pack number 4. Come on, Michael. Let's see if we can do this. Good old Ron Karkovice. Silver says pack 17 that's his call for the Jeter pack. If I had to guess, I would guess pack 22, just because why not? It's Derek Jeter. We've got Jeff Conine the Barbarian. They're running into Chuck Carr, Mike Bordick. We've got Roger Clemens. Jose says Jeter's coming up. I hope so. I guess one of the good things about the SP boxes is even though some of these base cards are having just a little bit of paper loss, as you can see with like the Kevin Mitchell, there's like a tiny little spot there. Some of them are a little worse than others, but the foil cards are not taking any damage so far. There's Chris Hammond, Oral Hershiser, And we're about to reveal the foil card for Michael. Let's see who it's going to be. It's coming up very, very soon. There's Todd Hundley. Oh, man. Don't tell me they did not put a foil card in. Yet again, there's no foil card there. So I guess it's not in every pack. There's Curt Schilling. And you can see that no foil card in that pack either. So here we go, Michael. Last shot. Let's see what we can find right now. Ivan Rodriguez is on the top. Julio Franco's on the back. So here we go. Oh, man. It is going to be Mark Newfield. Is going to be, if I can get the foil card out right away, I will. It is a Mark Newfield, who used to be a nice prospect. And I'll tell you what, this looks to be in just really, really great shape. So that gives me great hope that if we do find the Jeter, it's going to hopefully be a PSA, you know, PSA 8's about $1,000. PSA 9 is 11, 12 grand. A PSA 10 is pretty crazy. JWB, the best way to get in touch with me is to send me a direct email. The Patreon mailbox is full. There's Julio Franco and Raul Mondesi. Let's check out the rest of Michael's box here, man. We got Ivan Rodriguez, Eric Young. Jacob says, hey, Jabs, I love those Patreon videos where you go through your garage. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I'm hoping I could start finding some older stuff in there. A lot of the collections I've gone through have been kind of like stuff from the junk wax era, like late 80s, early 90s. Paul says, how much is a 10? A PSA 10 recently sold for $492,000. PSA website has it listed. They have like a price range that you should be paying for it. I guess people use that when they're submitting cards. They have it listed for $460,000 is what you should expect for a PSA 10 Jeter. So unfortunately, there's the base cards. And Paul says, Eric finds a Wagner T206. That'd be pretty interesting. That would be awesome. So Michael, thank you very much. Unfortunately, no Jeter there. You did get a nice Manny Ramirez, though. All right, so we are 1/3 of the way through the box and still no Jeter. Here we go, Roberto. Let's pull out the next two packs. You get this one and this one, packs 9 and 10. Best of luck to you, man. Hope that you can find it. And someone said, Brandon says, can we get a like spike for Jabs? Thank you guys that have hit the like button. We're up over 100 likes. I really hope that we can find a Jeter. There's a nice Nolan Ryan on the back. All right, Roberto. You have a foil card here. When the cards separate so easily, it means there's a foil card in there. It's Michael Tucker, who had a nice career. Take a look at this one. Michael Tucker had a great career. You might remember him from the Braves, and I think also he played for the Indians for a little while, right? Fortunately, that's no Jeter. So let's go through your base cards. You never know. Maybe there will be a wrap, and they'll put a foil right in the middle. That's a really nice Nolan Ryan, by the way. And there's no paper loss on it already. Thomas says, didn't Zach Campbell catch Jeter's 3,000th? No, he caught A-Rod's 3,000th. Jeter's 3,000th was caught by a fan out there that gave it back for free. He didn't want anything for it. He just said, I just want Jeter to have it. It's his ball. Forget his name, but he got a lot of... by the way, we were talking about this card last night in the Patreon-only garage find video. I found this card out in my garage and was making fun of it. Look at Pat Borders, who got completely jacked up there. There's blood running down his neck. It's all spattered all over his chest protector. And... that's a great shot, but I'm sure Pat Borders doesn't like signing that card. Probably brings back some bad memories. There's John Smoltz with some paper loss. We've got Larry Walker, one of the newest members of the Hall of Fame, apparently not calling off Moises Alou right there. We've got Terry Pendleton, the 1991 most valuable player in the National League. We've got Hall of Famer Tim Raines and Pedro Munoz as well. So Michael Tucker was your foil card in that one. Now, here we go. Next pack up for Roberto. This is pack number 10. We're almost halfway through the box and still no Jeter. Oh, boy. Let's see what we can find for Roberto. There's Bo. And we have a foil card there. So let's just go ahead and show you right after we read Alton's Super Chat. Alton, thank you very much. Says, everyone send some good luck Super Chats. Pull that Jeter. Alton, let's see if that's going to bring it up in the next pack. I think this is a Blue Jays card, though. Yep. It's a Todd Stevenson is the foil card. We'll flip it over and show you. Todd Stevenson, so not the Jeter. The Jeter continues to avoid us. We're 0 for 10. We've got 14 tries left. The cards do look sharp. These foil cards are looking pretty darn sharp coming out of the pack, so it gives me great hope for the Jeter. We've got if we can find it, we've got Chad Curtis and also Mike Devereaux. Bo Jackson, check out the base. The base, they do stick a little bit, but all the foil cards have been in great shape. So if you're ever worried about an SP box and you're kind of on the fence about buying one because of the stickiness, there may well be some stickiness on the base cards, but all of the foil cards seem to be immune from that, which is good news. I guess because they don't have the glossiness on the front, they're not going to stick. That foil is what's basically saving them. There's Juan Guzman, who's a big-time star, and we have our first Platinum Power card of the day. This is a nice little insert set. This is Dave Hollins. It's a die-cut Platinum Power. Pretty cool card right there. We got Steve Cook, former Bucco, and Brett Barbary, Tino Martinez to finish it off for Roberto. So, Roberto, thank you very much. You are in the books. I wish we could have found a Jeter. I wish we could have found a Jeter for everybody, but we are still Jeterless. Tim M's up next. He's got pack number 11 and 12. Let's bring the box back over. Here's 11, and here's 12. Always wary about those corner packs, you know, because they are on the corner of the box. So I'm always a little bit worried they could be maybe bumped up. Let's check it out. Hopefully all the corners are going to be okay. Got a Barry Bonds on the top. Maybe this will be the pack. Let's see. This could be the pack. Let me give it a little shimmy here. We will have a foil card, I do believe. We do have a foil card here. And let's just go ahead and show it. The foil card is going to be... It's Rondell White for the second time. Why couldn't we find two Jeters? Rondell White. Dang it. All right, so Tim, you have one more shot at it. Let's see. We've got Phil Plantier screaming in agony as he strikes out. John Wetland. I remember my brother and I went to this card store that was literally called the baseball card store, and for whatever reason, there was like top-loaded Phil Plantiers still in the showcase for like $4, like 1992 score, and it was pretty hilarious. The videos was from like 3 years ago. There's Barry Larkin. I almost want to go back and watch that video because that price was terrible on the Phil Plantier, but all the other unopened boxes and everything that was there probably are worth like triple what they were back then. Who knows? Maybe he still has those old price tags. There's Barry Bonds. Love that card. We got Derek Bell, and the last card here is going to be Darryl Strawberry. There's also these other two cards that were kind of buffering on that last one. I remember that, Jonna. Didn't I get an 84? I think I got the 84 Mattingly for $1. Maybe you did as well. I can't remember which one of us got it, but that was pretty awesome. Shuffling through the cards, like all the penny sleeves were literally disintegrating in our hands because they'd just been sitting there. Like, it's almost like that card store closed down 20 years ago, and it's just been sitting there. And then it's and then they reopened it. Here we go. Next pack. Ken Griffey Jr. is on the top. That is a nice card right there. And do we have a foil card? We may. We may. All right, I think we have a foil card. Let's see who it's going to be. Tim, good luck. Do you have the Jeter? We've yet to find one. No. No Jeter. Instead, it's Alan Watson. Do you remember Alan Watson? That's the foil card. Jeter continues to evade us. We got Dennis Eckersley. There's Mike Devereaux once again. Joe Carter's back. Got a nice die cut card. The Platinum Power Insert set. Our second one of those. David Justice. BJ Surhoff. Now, we have had some breaks where it's come down literally to the very last pack. I mean, just think back to one of our recent Mike Trout breaks of 2011 Topps. Man, I thought that it was just like the worst thing ever. I thought we had a Mike Trout. We pulled the Carlos Beltran, and all the cards kind of lined up. The stars lined up for Mike Trout to be the next card, and then he wasn't there. And then I was just so disappointed. And it ended up literally being in the last pack. There's that Griffey once more. Also, Roberto Kelly, along with Tino Martinez is the last two cards. So, Tim, thank you very much. Your packs are in the books, so to speak. Still no Jeter. I predict pack number 22. I'm hoping for one Jeter. Pack number 22 is only fitting. I don't know who has that one. I guess I can look at my computer over here. That would be Michael Miller. Of course, Jeter wore 2, so... Next up is Andrew McCann. I mean, I guess it makes for a good drama not having one yet, because this box may make us wait the whole way to the end to find it. Jim says it's in pack 24. Here we go. Andrew's got one pack. Let's see what we can do. One pack. Is that all you need, Andrew? One pack to get it done? Let's see. You've got the Ricky Henderson. We've seen that one already. And you do have, wait, maybe not. That looks like a regular card. So we'll go through them and see. I'm not so sure that's a foil card that I can just flip over and show you so easily. There's Mark Langston. We've got Rob Deere, who is a human strikeout machine, but also had some power. There's Kenny Lofton. Probably should have gotten a little more consideration for the Hall of Fame. Had a nice long career. Joe Carter comes up once again. We've got Robin Ventura right there. Robin Ventura. How many unique foil cards were in the set? Well, I can tell you that's a great question. There's not that many. So there's about 20 total of these foil cards. There's 20. Now, we already had one repeat with friggin' Rondell White. But we've literally pulled all of the foil cards except for the following. Chipper Jones, which would be a great one. Carl Everett, Carlos Delgado, Russ Davis, Johnny Damon, Roger Cedeno, Jason Bray, and I don't think we got Todd Steverson, and Derek Jeter. So there's still a shot. There's 20 foil cards. There's 24 packs. Now, as you've seen, not every pack has the foil cards. Let's see if this one has it. This one may not have one because the ones with the foil cards kind of separate real easily, almost glide right off. There's Edgar Martinez, Howard Johnson. We've got a Darren Fletcher. And unfortunately, this pack looks to not have one of the foil cards. So that's our third pack that didn't have a foil. They don't come in every pack, unfortunately. So, Andrew, thank you very much. Seth is up at spot number 14. Starting to feel like we're looking for a needle in a haystack here. Let's see what we can find for you, man. Pack number 14. Good luck. Derek is in the on-deck circle. Andres Galarraga, the big cat, is on the top. And, oh, man, I think we've got a good foil card right here. I can already tell who it is based off of what I'm seeing right there. For you Atlanta Braves fans, you're going to like seeing this card. It is the Chipper Jones. The Chipper Jones Premier Prospects foil card. That is a great card right there. Chipper Jones. Man, that looks like it's in great shape. Can we please just find a Jeter already? Very, very nice one. So, Seth, congratulations. No Jeter, but that is a nice consolation prize for you. There's Randy Myers. Pete Harnish, who was a decent pitcher. We've got Dennis Martinez. So the big names from those foil cards, basically all we're after here is the foil cards. These base cards aren't really worth that much at all. The foil cards are where it's at. The best one is Derek Jeter. The second best one is probably the Johnny Damon, since it is a rookie. Now, that Chipper Jones is not a rookie card. Chipper's rookie is 1991 Bowman. We got Will Cordero. I was never a big fan of him, especially when he was on the Pirates. Just never really did much. So there's Roberto Alomar, and the last card is going to be Andres Galarraga. We've got these two other cards hanging out here. It's Pat Henkin and also Mickey Morandini, who once turned an unassisted triple play against the Pirates, and then I started to hate him after that because that's what kids do. All right, so Seth, thank you very much. Next is Derek Cornelson. We're running out of time. Jack says, I'm telling you guys, it's pack 15. Let's see. Here it is, next pack, pack 15. Let's see if you're right. Good luck, Derek. Christopher's in the on deck circle. That might be a good sign. Donnie Baseball's on the front. So we do have a little bit of Yankee mojo going already. And another good sign, we have the cards coming apart. So we do have a silver foil Premier Prospects card here. Let's see. Is it the Jeter? A Jeter PSA 10 sold for $492,000 this year somehow. PSA listed at $460,000. And Derek, you have yourself a Javi Lopez, which might be worth 492 cents maybe, if you're lucky in a PSA 10. Javi Lopez actually was a great, he was a pretty darn good player for the Braves. I liked Javi Lopez a lot back then. That's actually a cool card. I can't get over how great these foil cards look coming out of these packs. I'm just going to be so disappointed if we don't pull that Jeter. In fact, I'll be so disappointed I'll probably go buy another box like right after this and then run this again next week or the week after because I really want to find that Jeter. There's Mark Whitten. We've got Norm Charlton, part of the Nasty Boys from the Cincinnati Reds. Jeff Blauser, another nemesis to me when I was a kid because he played for the Braves. He beat up on the Buccos in the early 90s. Brian Harvey, we've got Carlos Martinez. There's Brent Gates. Albert Bell, big-time power hitter back in the day. Kalen says Javi and Eddie Perez were the best platoon of catchers. Yeah, Eddie Perez was Greg Maddox's personal catcher. That was always cool. Whenever Maddox pitched, he's like, I don't want you, Javi. Sorry, Eddie's going to catch me. And Eddie Perez always caught Greg Maddox. Some of you might remember that. There's Steve Farr. So, unfortunately, we had some Yankees in there, but not the Yankee we were after. Still not a bad card right there at the Javi Lopez. I mean, it's a nice card. It's not worth anywhere near the what the Jeter goes for. But next up, Christopher Knobloch in spot number 16. Good luck, man. Still looking for him. Come on. John says cards are sticking too much. Yeah, that was known as that was known that was probably going to happen. I put that in the signups, and I did say if the Jeter had any paper loss from stickiness, that I would literally go and buy you a PSA 8 for $1,000 if you got a Jeter. If you don't get the Jeter though, then you know the cards, even if they were all in mint condition, really aren't worth that much anyway. It's all about the Jeter with SP. There's Jose Canseco. Throwing his knuckleball. Actually, Jose Canseco pitched as a position player. I don't know if this is the appearance, but he blew out his arm. I guess had to have like Tommy John surgery. Now, next up, we do have a foil card, and this one I do not believe is the Jeter. I did catch a little bit of a glimpse, and I saw Reds uniforms. So I'm guessing Chad Mottola, and that's who it is. So Chad Mottola. Man, we keep finding all of these. This card has just a tiny bit of an issue, I think. It looks like there's a little scratching on the card. That's the first one that has not seemed to be in like super great condition. Man, at least I shouldn't say at least it's not a Jeter. I mean, I would have loved it for it to be a Jeter for Christopher. There's Orlando Merced. Used to love him. Jay says there's going to be no Jeters, sadly. Well, that's a good possibility. We have not found Jason Beret. We haven't found Roger Cedeno. We haven't found Johnny Damon. We haven't found Russ Davis. We haven't found Carlos Delgado. We haven't found Carl Everett. We haven't found Cliff Floyd. We haven't found Alex Gonzalez. We haven't found Derek Jeter, but we found everyone else on this list. So maybe, who knows? Maybe we're working our way towards it. I hope so. We'll see. Charles Nagy. We've got a nice Mark McGwire. Like that card a lot. Nice die cut card there of the power set. Platinum power. Got good old Gene Harris. There's Rod Beck. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. Used to love the mustache. Paul says, I can live without seeing Jason Beret tonight. I think Jason Beret is actually a bullpen coach for the Cleveland Indians now. There's JT Snow. That was a nice rookie back in the day. Everybody liked JT Snow. Had a great career. 2000 and what was he? World Series champion, I guess, at some point. Maybe, I can't remember exactly. There's Jose Canseco throwing the knuckleball there. We got Paul Molitor, who's a Hall of Famer. And the final card in this pack is going to be Ray McDavid with kind of a bird's eye view right there. So, Christopher, thank you very much. No Jeter, unfortunately, in that pack. Michael says, my pack is next. Come on, Eric. Let's do this. Michael, here we go. You are indeed next. Pack number 17. Gabe says, you just got to believe. Here we go. Pack 17. We're running out of time to pull the Jeter. We've gone 16 packs without him. Come on, Michael. Next pack up, pack 17. At least I'm seeing a lot of people still keeping the hope. People are calling the packs, and there's been most of the people calling numbers out. We don't have too many people saying it's not going to be in there, which, you know, is a distinct possibility. We may not find one whatsoever, and I might just have to go buy another box, and we'll try it all over again. And oh, man. Is that Jeet? Do we have Derek Jeter right there? I think we may have just found him. Possibly. I don't want to get your hopes up too much, Michael, but I can see a jawline there. Let's see. Do we have the Jeter? Oh, man. Let's get the one touch ready. I think we may have him. Do we have the Derek Jeter? It's Mark Newfield. You've got to be kidding me. I thought we had a Jeter there. I saw the jawline. I saw that. I saw the dark uniform. I thought for sure that would be Jeter. And instead, Mark Newfield trolls us to unprecedented heights. And Michael, I'm so sorry about that. I really did think that we had the Jeter. These two base cards here, Ken Hill and Eric Hansen, sticking together a little bit. I really thought we had it. Man. Oh, there's Jose Rijo getting up on top of the tarp there to sign autographs. What a cool guy for doing that. Very, very nice. We got Scott Erickson. I used to like Scott Erickson for whatever reason. Man, that would have been a great pull for Michael. Well, I guess I won't get excited anymore prematurely. I really, really thought that was going to be it. I saw that dark navy blue jersey. I saw that that side of the face kind of looked like the same skin tone and everything, but didn't work out. So we've got Tom Henke, Mike Piazza, who's a Hall of Famer, and we've got Cal Ripken Jr. as well, and Will Clark, who had a nice career. So Michael, sorry, man. I thought we had it. Next up, Keith Madrigal's coming up. He's going to give it a go. We've got 2 Mark Newfields now and 2 Rondell Whites on the board, unfortunately. Next, Keith, you have pack number 18. It's the bottom pack from the 3rd stack. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Here we go, Keith. Mark McGwire's on the back. And do we have a foil card? That's the first order of business, and we do. Let's go ahead and see who it is. The foil card, I already kind of got a little glimpse of it. It's not going to be Jeter. It's going to be Eduardo Perez for the 2nd time. So sorry, Eduardo, if you're watching this. Seeing you kind of really just let me down there, buddy. Eduardo Perez. Let's Turn 2 says, never doubt Jeter in the clutch. Last pack magic. Let's Turn 2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I really hope we can find it. I'm hoping for 1. That's all I want is 1. And now we've had boxes before where there's been a big chase card and we haven't found it. It happens, you know, not all the time, but it does happen. Some of the bigger Throwback Thursdays I've done, I haven't found the good card that I was looking for. I think I had like a 1980 Topps. The first time I did 80 Topps, I didn't find a Henderson, even though it was like a baseball card exchange authenticated box. Same thing with the 78 Topps, didn't find the Murray. There's Gary Sheffield right there. That's a nice looking card. The Sheffield. There's Scott Cooper. We've got Mike Lansing. Eduardo Perez has left the chat. Sorry, Eduardo. We've got Rafael Palmeiro, and we've got Mark McGwire, who is the lead card right there. We got Darren Lewis and Mike Henneman. So still no Jeter. Keith, thank you very much. We've gone through 3 stacks. We're 75% of the way done, and we're still looking for our first Jeter. So here we go. Victor Romero, you are up. Spot number 19. Let's see what we can find. First pack off that last stack. Here we go. By the way, if you would like to comment in the live stream, you do have to be a YouTube subscriber for us to be able to interact with you. So if you haven't already hit that red subscribe button, I hope that you will. And would love to have you along for the ride. We post videos every single day. And here we go. Oh my gosh. Guys. I see a New York Yankees hat right there. I'm not going to get myself too excited because before I really got let down by Mark Newfield. So we have got Wally Joyner right there. Next up, it's George Brett. Oh, man, the Jeter should have been in this spot. There's Bernie Williams. Jimmy Key. Dang it, Jimmy Key. No Jeter yet in this pack. Maybe it'll be at the bottom of the pack. There might not be a Jeter in this pack at all. There might not even be a foil card in here at all. There's Andre Dawson. He's a Hall of Famer, at least. There's Kevin Mitchell. We've got David Justice. There's the back of the Mitchell. And Ricky Gutierrez. Jay Buhner. I'm not so sure there's even going to be a foil card in this pack just because they're not cutting apart so easily. Usually the last 3 cards almost like fall off because the foil card doesn't stick to anything. There's Jim Abbott. 357 says, hey, Eric, when do you get the check mark next to your YouTube name? I'm not sure when that happens. I'll have to look into that. Thank you very much for the being here tonight. And I'll have to look into that. That'll be pretty cool. And Thin Blue Baseball says, just bought a PSA 7 for $350 of the Jeter. So unfortunately, no foil in there for Victor. Yeah, PSA 7. That's I know PSA 8's like 800 to 1,000. So PSA 7, yeah, probably around. You're in the ballpark. 350, 400, not too bad. All right. So next up, we have Jackson B. Here we go, Jackson. It's pack number 20. So bring it back in and see what we can find. Let's Turn 2 says, I never thought that Jimmy Key sucked until tonight. Sorry if I ruined Jimmy Key for people. My brother used to be a big Jimmy Key fan, I remember back in the day. All right, so there's Rick Aguilera on the top. And they are coming apart a little. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's not a foil card in this one either. So we got Rick Aguilera, then there's Royce Clayton. Jeff King. We've got Brian Harper, who's a nice catcher there for the Twins. El Presidente. Look at that cell phone that Brian Harper's on right there. My dad used to have something like that. It wasn't quite even that big. We called it a car phone back then. No one was ever allowed to use it. In fact, I don't think that car phone was ever used. If so, it was probably only used for a grand total of like 5 minutes in its entire life. Just kind of stayed in the glove box and was literally never used. There's Ozzie Smith, who's a Hall of Famer. We've got Dave Hollins. It was like $1 a minute. Yeah, that's probably why I never wanted to use it. Steve Avery, Benji Gill, and I don't think we have a foil card in this one either. Nope. Freaking Chris Hoyles. So Jackson, unfortunately, no foil card, no Jeter, and man, we only have a couple packs left. So we have the following contestants. We've got Jason, we've got Michael Miller, we've got Alicia, and we've got Pablo. We have 4 packs left, and we have not found a Jeter yet. So here we go, Jason. Is it going to be you? The one touch is ready. Maybe I jinxed it by having this thing ready to go. I should have not. I never do that, and I'm gonna just close this up and put it away. So maybe that was the bad mojo. Jason says, here is for pulling some heat. Jason with the $5 super chat. Jason, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Let's see if that can bring us some karma here, man. Oh, boy. Just 4 packs left. Come on, Jeter. Let's find you, man. James said the PSA 9 is about $11,000 to $15,000. Yeah, that's a super valuable card. That's what it's been selling for on eBay recently. Mitch Williams is our lead card. And we do have a foil card here. I do see some pinstripes on that foil card. Let's go ahead and show it to you. That's not Jeter. It's not Jeter. It is Cliff Floyd. So we've got the Montreal Expos pinstripes there. Cliff Floyd had a great career. And, you know, these cards coming out fresh out of the pack are all... I think you would at least get a PSA 8 on any of these cards that we've showed you tonight, except for the one that had a little scratch on the foil. But all the foil cards are in great shape. Jason, unfortunately, no Jeter. We got one Guzman. We'll go through the base for you. There's Larry Walker, who's a Hall of Famer. And Larry Walker just cannot get out of Moises Alou's way. Like, why do they hate Larry Walker so much? Look, they have him colliding right there. On the front of the card, they have him catching the ball in front of Moises Alou. I don't know if it's from the same player or not. But somebody doesn't like Larry Walker and wants to make him look like a big bozo that doesn't know how to call off anybody in the outfield. There's Jeffrey Hammonds right there. He's a nice rookie card. Everybody was all about Jeffrey Hammonds back in like 92, 93. Yeah, all cards shipped. These all go team bagged up and sent off with your monthly Patreon packages. There's Jeff King once again. We've got Eddie Murray, who's a Hall of Famer. Brian Harper. There's Mitch Williams for like the 5th time tonight. Get like 5 Mitch Williams, 0 Derek Jeters. There's Lance Johnson, who was a triples machine back in the day, and Wayne Kirby. Kind of a... Always thought he was going to be a nice little leadoff hitter, but never, you know, never really worked out. All right, so Jason, that's it for you. Thank you very much. We're down towards the end of this now. Michael, thank you very much for upgrading. I appreciate that. I'll be working on this $51 packages probably within the next few days. Try to get those started to be sent out. For those of you on the $99 tier, I started sending your stuff. I think everybody that had a break from the past month, if you also had a $99 tier, your packages went out today. And I'll work on the ones that didn't have breaks probably this weekend and get those in the mail. I like to try to get all the Patreon packages out by the middle of the month to like the early 20th, somewhere in there of the month, so that you have enough time that they can roll in. You can have them by the end of the month. Michael's up next. Now, this is the spot that I said would be fitting for Derek Jeter to show up at, number 22. Of course, Derek Jeter wore number 2 for the Yankees for his entire career. So here it is. We only have 3 packs left. Thanks to everybody in here, 1,500 people watching right now. I really appreciate you guys all hanging out. Purple Haze says, let's turn 2 and 22. Let's go, Purple Haze. Thank you very much. Let's see if this is going to be the pack. And it's kind of being a little bit of a pain to open. So I did not get a good rip right there. So I got to kind of recreate that little rip so I could rip down the pack. Maybe that's a good sign. All right, so there's Ozzie Guillen on the back. And let's see what we've got. I do believe you have a foil card. You always can tell you have a foil card because the last 2 cards basically just fall off. All the other cards have just a bit of stickiness. Michael, you have yourself a shortstop by the name of Alex Gonzalez. Man. We're running out of time, guys. That's not the American League East shortstop we were looking for. It's Alex Gonzalez, who made a pivotal error in 2003, the NLCS game with the Cubbies and Marlins. There's George Brett. We've got Willie McGee. Sorry if I just hurt Alex Gonzalez's feelings there. Someone said that was mean. There's John Smoltz, Smoltzy, Hall of Fame right there. Sandy Alomar. We've got Jeff Russell. There's Armando Reynoso, Luis Polonia, and we only have 2 packs left to find them. Again, if we don't find them, I'll have to go grab another box of SP, and we'll have to do this again because that's one card that I definitely would love to pull. Knicks or New York City fan says, you know what, it's always a gamble. Yeah, any box, you're not always guaranteed. There's been plenty of people that have bought a box of SP that haven't found the Jeter. There's been people that bought boxes of SP that have probably found 2 or 3 Jeters. But that's just the way it goes. Here we go. Spot number 23. When we do this again, if I don't get that Jeter for you guys tonight, we'll do it again down the road. Might be like a month down the road or whatever. But we'll do it again. We might pull 2 Jeters next time. Alicia's up next. We got 2 packs left. That's it. 2 packs left in the box. Alicia, let's see if we can do it for you. Tony says, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Getting another bad tear here. Let's try to work this pack open. Got Kevin Reamer on the back. And I've got some bad news for you, Alicia. Just based off of kind of like what I'm feeling here, I don't think you have a foil card in here whatsoever. I don't feel it. Usually these last 2 cards just fall off, and we got the last card, Jimmy Key, who's like a really bad luck omen now. But I don't think you have a foil card. I hate to break it to you. Let's go ahead and go through just to make sure. There's Kevin Raymer, so it's going to come down to the last pack. Mark McLemore, Jay Bell. We've got Vince Coleman right there. There's Ben McDonald, B.J. Surhoff. Andre Dawson, found him like at least 4 times tonight, it seems like. Jeff Bagwell, I don't think we've found a Bagwell yet. Nice Jeff Bagwell early on his career, 1993 SP. Taking a big old hack right there. Let's Turn 2 says, as Bull Durham taught us, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. But it's definitely been raining right now on this parade. There's Robin Yount. Got Paul Molitor and Bernard Gilkey. So I've been waiting for 2 years to open this box. Thinking and hoping we had a Jeter in there. I wanted to pay homage to Jeter on his Hall of Fame enshrinement. And it's looking like it's not going to happen now. We've got 1 pack left. The odds of finding a Jeter in here, who knows? They're slim, but it could happen. Pablo's, you've got the last pack mojo for us. Can you do it for us, Pablo? Google says it's not over till it's over. Here we go. Final pack of the night. We went through all 23 packs. The box is now completely empty. I don't know. I'll probably save the box. I didn't even realize there's a little like flap on there. All right. So here we go. Last pack. Looking for the Derek Jeter rookie card. Come on. Give us something here, Pablo. At least give us a foil card. Give us something to work with here that we can at least have a chance. When the cards come out of the pack, I can usually tell right away if there's a foil card in there. And, guys, there's a foil card in here because these last 2 came right off. This is it! As Albie Breaking Baseball says, bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, man on third. Come on, Jeter, walk it off. We do have a foil. We do have a chance. So these are the last 2, Jaime Navarro and Alex Fernandez right there. We'll get those out of the way. So we have a Kevin Brown. That's our first card. We got Steve, good old Steve Bussell, former Pirate. Kind of stunk for the Pirates. Omar Vizquel. Gary DiSarcina. And that last card is going to be a foil card. Is the last, could we have the last card be a Jeter? Wouldn't that be crazy? It is going to be a foil card. There's Barry Larkin. I'm not even going to flip the cards around because I just want to handle that card as less as possible. Ed Sprague, another former Pirate. Phil Hyatt. And Charlie Hayes. So the final card that I'm holding in my hand, is it going to be the Jeter? We have gone literally this entire break for an hour waiting for a Jeter. Colonel says searched box for sure. I don't see how this could possibly be searched since it was factory sealed and all the packs were sealed. There's always somebody that says something like that. But it comes down to this last card. Charlie Show Pablo what he's won. Is it the Jeter? It is the Derek Jeter, the very last card of the box. Can you believe it? We went through 200 plus cards, pack after pack after pack after pack. We could not find the Jeter at all. And let me take care of this card and get it one touched right away. Pablo, I cannot believe we found that card. You guys, I don't know what it is, but everyone always makes me feel like the break is a complete bust when we have a big card like this and we can't find it. And it literally came down to the final pack of the video. Here's your card going in the one touch. And since it is a foil card, we don't want any scratching on it. So I brought up some card sleeves. I'm going to toss one of those over top of it as well. How about that? Get your grading hats on, everybody. The Derek Jeter, the final card of the night, and in true dramatic fashion, once again, it comes in the very last pack. Last pack magic. Derek Jeter walks it off for Pablo. Pablo's got to be going crazy right now. So you saw your cards, Charlie Hayes and everything else. Pablo, let's go ahead and take a look at the Jeter. Now, a PSA 8 is worth $1,000. 800 to 1,000. Dosa says, storybook ending, baby. Yeah. I was afraid I was going to have to go and drop another $5 or $6 grand on a box of SP and do this all over again. Justin says, I'm changing my name to Pablo. Got that Pablo magic. We can't have a more drama-filled break than that. Chris Black says, the captain. Chris, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm very glad all of you guys are here to see that live. And so just to recap the prices on this, and then we'll take a look at it, and you can let me know what you think it has. So get all your grading, your specifications out or whatever you use for that. So PSA 8, about $1,000. PSA 9, about $11,000 to $15,000. Yeah, it goes up a lot. And it goes up exponentially after that. A PSA 10 sold this year for $492,000. PSA's website has it listed at $460,000. As that is what you should expect to get for a PSA 10 Jeter. So, Pablo, if you get a PSA 10 on this, your life's going to change, man, if you sell it. If you get $400,000, $500,000, I mean, you can get like a nice, depending on where you live at, a nice mansion in most parts of the country for $500,000. Let's turn two. Says, I called it 20 minutes ago. Jeter's clutch. Congratulations. Let's turn two. Now, here's where it all comes in. Get your grading hats on. Do we have a PSA 10? First, that dog hair. Are you serious? Is there a dog hair in there? Get out of here. How's there a dog hair in the card? That's terrible. I think I can get it out off the side. Good thing there's a sleeve on the top. So let's take a better look. So here's your corners. Now, one thing I don't like about it, just my gut instinct here, one thing that's a negative is that it was in the last pack. I hate last packs. Just because they have a chance, depending on how the box is handled, that those bottom packs, the top and bottom corner packs, always have just a little bit of chance to be a little more damaged. And Jason Dixon says, that was awesome to see. Congrats. Jason, thank you very much. And Pablo says, holy cow. Pablo with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Congratulations. So let's take a look at the corners. That corner is right there. That corner is right there. That corner and that corner. I think that you should get at least a PSA 8 or 9. I don't know if you're going to have a PSA 10 or not. It's really tough to tell. I would bet you, if I had to guess, probably more likely a PSA 8. But that's just my amateur guess. So there's the back of the card. Take a look at that one. The first high school player taken in the 6th overall selection in the 1992 draft. Jeter hit .324. For the Class A Greensboro in the first half of 1993. So I'm seeing a lot of people say PSA 8 as well. I'm seeing a couple PSA 9s. I saw someone say a PSA 7. I think if I had to guess, I would probably say PSA 8. This corners here is what's making me think it doesn't really look like, that doesn't look that bad, but there's just an itty-bitty, tiniest little touch of white. So I'm thinking an 8, which is still that $1,000 card. If it does get that, Pablo, I've had people tell me they've sold their Jeters raw for like over $1,000. People are speculating. They might look at this card and be like, you know what? I might be able to get a 9 for that. I'll go ahead and pay $2,000 for it. Because, you know, if they pay $2,000 and they do get a 9, guess what? They just made themselves 10 grand in profit. So a lot of people saying 9s, 9.5, some 8s. So I don't think anyone has this as a 10, but hey, you never know, Pablo. Maybe you'll get somebody that's having a really good day at PSA and just slap the 10 on there. You never know. So I would give it probably an 8. That's my guess. The Derek Jeter rookie card for Pablo. A very, very awesome card right there. I cannot believe that we found that one. It's awesome, awesome card. So that'll do it, everybody. Thank you very much for being here on this episode of Throwback Thursday. Well, I'm going to try to track down some more higher-end boxes to do, maybe at least like once a month or so, and open up those, because stuff like this very, very fun to do. So that'll do it. Thank you once again, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for your support. I hope that you'll hit that thumbs up button on the video for me. It looks like 359 of you have done it already. Maybe it took the Jeter to get you to do so. I really appreciate everybody that has hit that button. If you're new here, I hope that you'll subscribe. We post videos every single day, and sometimes 2 a days, and we do live streams as well, usually about twice a week. So once again, the Jeter one last time for all of you guys. And Pablo, congratulations on the very, very nice Derek Jeter, the final, very, very last card of the break. All right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.